Hey everybody, it's me, Sean. I'm coming from you in my room today. Um, I know that I said I was going to be putting out more blogs, and I'm going to really try to do that again. I haven't had the time that I wanted to go ahead and do it, so um, now I'm going to start carrying around a notepad with me every day so that way I can write down everything that I want to talk about. Today is February 21st, 2011. Um, I guess I'll do my personal update first. On the 4th, I had my 25th birthday, and it was an okay birthday. Didn't really do a lot. Got a new bed from my parents for my birthday, and got myself some new hampers, and that's about it. Um, My puppy, she's in her kennel right now. I need to actually go and take her for a walk after this. But I am loving her and taking care of her as much as possible with my busy work schedule. I also found out that I'm going to be I guess it's an assistant manager for the volunteer um, portion of Phoenix Pride this year. So if you do live in the Phoenix area and you do want to volunteer, you can get a hold of me and I can give you the necessary information, I guess you would say, that you need to do to be a volunteer this year. Um, or you can just show up. We prefer you not to just show up, but if you can't get online, which I don't know why you can't, you're online right now, to fill out the application, then you're more than welcome to just go ahead and uh, show up, and we'll get you set up to volunteer. When you volunteer, you get an awesome shirt. I personally have volunteered for the last 7 years consecutively, and this was last year's shirt. For the volunteers, it says legalize gay, repeal Proposition 8 now. That was the big thing that was going on last year. And this year, I'm not exactly sure what the shirts are going to look like. Um, but I am very excited to see them. I love getting them. I have, like I said, set 6 or 7 in my closet. And I wear them all the time, everywhere. They're very comfortable. Very, very fabulous. Okay, so let's get going with all the topics that I have for us today. Um, the first thing I want to talk about is I listen to News Talk 92.3 when I'm at work. I work 7 hours a day, and 6 of those 7 hours are spent listening to the radio in the cars while I'm testing them. And the last 4 or 5 days on the Mac and Gatos news talk show, they have been gone. Mac and Gatos is my favorite talk show on the radio by far, period, flat out. Gatos is funny, and Mac is very, very serious about stuff, but he is hilarious at the same time. Uh, and they've been gone. From what I can tell, Gatos had a sore throat or whatnot, could not talk. But tomorrow they're supposed to be back. But for the last 4 or 5 days on their show, they've had this guy named Greg Knapp. And he is the worst news talk radio host I have ever heard in my life. I don't know if he's new. I don't know if he uh, just doesn't know what he's doing. I know that he just moved to the Valley, according to what he said on the air today. And but he doesn't really know. Like he doesn't know how to pronounce Pinal County. He calls it Penal. Um, he doesn't know a lot of the major topics out here, and he goes off on random tangents about stupid little things that shouldn't even really be mentioned on a news talk show. He gives a lot of useless info. Um, so Mac and Gatos, you need to come back. Um, and let's see. The next thing is the Super Bowl. I did have a Super Bowl party this year, and my Steelers lost, but they played very, very good. So I will always give them that. They did very good. They tried their hardest, and I give them a lot of credit. Um, the Super Bowl was horribly produced this year. It was the most watched show in the world in any given time in history. Um, and it was produced horribly. It was like a kid's show produced by somebody that just got out of high school. Um, the halftime show was horrible. Somebody didn't know when to turn on Fergie's mic. Fergie sounded terrible. They didn't sound like any of them were on the same key. And I love the Black Eyed Peas. I've heard them in concert before. They're not particularly a good live band, but they are a great band nonetheless. But they just sucked. They sucked so bad. I think I could have done a better job at the halftime show. Needless to say, I would never get up in front of that many people, probably. But at the same time, I would like to broadcast myself. Um, Another thing is everybody's ragging on Christina Aguilera because she forgot the words to the national anthem. And I'm getting really, really tired of hearing people nonstop talk about it, make cracks about it. Greg Knapp has a tendency to make cracks about it every show. And she wasn't the first person to have forgotten the lyrics to the national anthem while performing it at a sports game. I can't think of any performers' names off the top of my head, but there have been several in history that have forgot the words to the song. Sorry, my throat's a little right now. I have really bad heartburn, and I don't know why. Um, the next thing they were talking about on the news today was Michelle Obama, how she's telling everybody what to eat, how she's pro, we need to get our children eating healthier food in schools and everything like that. And they're talking about how unhealthy she was eating this past weekend on vacation while she was skiing. Honestly, who really gives a damn what the fuck she's eating? Um, if she wants to kill herself eating something unhealthy, let her. She's not an important person. She is the first lady. She's not there for anything but an aesthetic look. Um, Obama is the president. She has no right to say or try to do anything or change anything. She is not our president. If she wants to run in the next election against her husband, then she should. But unless she's going to do that, then she just needs to stay out of politics because she's not any good at it. Um, so yeah, Michelle Obama, Food. Who gives a damn? Nobody. Kids are fat because their parents feed them fattening foods. Um, you see these 2, 3-year-olds that are 40, 50 pounds overweight, and that's their parents' fault. If their parents want them to live that kind of a lifestyle, let them. That's why they're called parents. Um, and let's see. Oh, my favorite show, Tower Prep. It has not come back on yet. It The second season has not started yet. I don't know if they're going to do a second season. I have looked all over to find information on this. If anybody out there in YouTube land knows anything about Tower Prep and about whether they're going to do a second season on Cartoon Network, please let me know. Um, they just left off that first season after they escaped, and then they met Whisper's humanoid form, and that's just where it stopped. They don't know if they're going back. They don't know if they're going to help Headmaster. They don't know if Ian and CJ are going to stay together. They don't know if anybody else is escaping. They don't know. Um, and they really need to let people know whether or not they're going to do a second season or if they're going to just cancel the show. Um, it's really like, come on, guys, put out a news blast or something. Um, but yeah, that seems to be all I wrote down on my list. Other than I am getting a brand new version of my phone, which I am happy about, finally. Um, and I got to copy my contacts tonight. Not that you guys really care about that. Um, and that seems to be about it. Um, if there's anything you guys want me to talk about specifically, if there's any news updates that you guys... Oh, speaking of news updates. This past weekend we had a big windstorm, and in Marana, a little girl, I think she's 7 or 8 or 9, was playing in a bounce house. A microburst happened, picked up the bounce house, and went 20 or 30 yards, 2 houses down, and dropped the little girl on the roof. She fell about 10 feet, not a death-defying fall or anything like that. Um, but on KTAR.com, you can go on there and you can make comments. And she had said in a news interview that she had fun before she fell. And I said before that newscast came out that she probably did have fun before she fell. And people are commenting and saying, oh my God, you're insensitive. Oh my God, you're horrible. I hope the kid's parents don't see your comment. I could give a rat's ass. I don't care if the parents are offended. Yes, the girl fell. She had lacerations on her head. You know what? She will be okay. I have never heard of a 9-year-old dying from a couple cuts. She's a kid. She will regenerate, and she will be back out there playing in a day or two. Guarantee it. Um, Sorry, I'm a little itchy right now. I don't know why these clothes are itching. Um, but that's about it. That's all I have to say. Um, I am going to go play Pokemon now. I'm awaiting my paycheck so I can go get a DSi so I can get Pokemon Black and White this weekend. Or on the 6th when it comes out. I'm going to pre